honored to have Dr. Hreiz with me today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We're at Ebenezer Animal Hospital, and we're talking about moving with your pets. A large percentage of us have pets at homes, animals of all types, mainly dogs and cats. And I wanted to talk to Dr. Hreiz today about moving with pets. We prepare our kids for the move, our spouses for the move, but sometimes we need to prepare our pets for that move too, and so they'll have a stress-free move. So I wanted to talk to you about that today. Dr. Hreiz, when you're changing locations, whether it's in the city or in the state or across the nation, the pet's leaving one home and they're moving to another.
Yep.
What's the best way to introduce them to the new home? We take the kids over there and show them the house, and so what's the best way to introduce a dog to a new property?
Good question. I think we could break it down to younger and older dogs. So
Okay.
Younger dogs tend to be a little bit more even with change. They can adapt to change a lot better. So I would take the dog to the new location, have them on a leash, obviously. Don't let them run around the backyard, and have lots of treats available. So positive reinforcement.
Oh, I love that.
Associate something positive with the visit there, over and over and over again. Walk the perimeter of the house. Go outside first, then once you're comfortable being outside, then you can come inside. Keep your dog close to you. Don't do lots of loud sounds, noises, things like that. And again, constantly reward them. Expect when you first move in, there's going to be a transition period. Don't be alarmed if they have an accident in the house once or twice. They just don't understand the new flow of things. They'll get it over time.
Yeah.
With larger dogs and older dogs, I oftentimes say you want to add in a little bit more time and just a little bit more patience with them. They're going to have maybe a harder time adapting because they've been set to something for maybe several years rather than several months. So be aware of things like if you have stairs and you didn't have them in your previous place, so you may need to think about mobility, discomfort and pain, stuff like that. But generally speaking with dogs, it's a pretty simple transition. Cats, different story.
Yeah.
Cats don't like change. And with cats, you want to make it a really slow, deliberate process. They may get very upset with you in every step of the process. So just be aware that with cats, it's a little bit more common that you might need to have your veterinarian intervene afterwards because they can get urinary tract infections, difficulties going to the bathroom and things like that. So just be extra patient with cats, and I would start probably several weeks to even a month beforehand before you move.
Excellent. So, because when you're moving with the pets, there's new sounds, there's new smells, there's maybe different traffic noises, different neighborhood noises, maybe different pets next door.
Yep.
And maybe even a different pet that lived in the home before your dog or cat moves in.
You got
right?
it.
So
Yep.
all those are things. So once you get in the house, what are signs that the dog or cat's not transitioning well?
So yeah, I think generally speaking, with dogs, you'll see things like they'll pant a lot, they can't get comfortable, they'll pace, they'll wake you up in the middle of the night, they'll kind of take you to the door, they want to go out but they don't do anything. Things like that are indicative that your pet may not be adjusting correctly. Cats, they start peeing in random places.
Okay.
That's a telltale sign something's not right.
Okay.
If you find them peeing in your sink, in your bathtub, on the carpet, things like that.
Absolutely.
Dogs are a little bit easier to adjust than cats, but look for those things primarily. In some instances, dogs can have really destructive behavior too, like separation anxiety. So they can like tear up your floorboards, they can rip up your carpet, and obviously things like that, you worry about them eating pieces of that, and then they may have to come to the vet to get it removed at some point. So just be aware of those things. You may want to kind of take obstacles out of the way, not have a lot of opportunities to ruin those things when you first move into a new house.
Excellent. Dr. Hreiz, for their medical purposes, if I'm changing cities or states, what should I get from my current pet's doctor to bring here to the new doctor?
That's a great question. So if you're moving from let's say you're moving from the West Coast to the East Coast, you're likely gonna have to fly with your pet. If that's the case, you definitely wanna reach out to the airline first to figure out what requirements they have. Most of them require a domestic health certificate certified by a veterinarian, usually within 10 days of travel. So you gotta time it correctly. If you're traveling internationally, whole another set of frustrations. So
Right.
definitely check with your vet first. If you're just moving across town, or let's say you're moving from like the Northeast to the Southeast, you'd want to talk to your vet a little bit about maybe any anxiety your pet experiences in the car. And many times your vet can give your pet some medications to relax them for those long car rides. Usually we call them anxiolytics, or drugs that reduce anxiety. In cats, again, we can give them medicine that kind of sedates them slightly, makes the trip just a bit more enjoyable.
Excellent. So, and in that final move, in moving from another state here, can you reach out to the past pet doctor and get the records, or should I bring those with me from when we're changing doctors?
No preference really, but I would argue that if you have already selected the vet you're going to be moving to, it's best to have your new vet call your old vet and either will email or fax or whatever way. But if you want to be even extra careful, have them print out the medical records or email them to you, save some space.
Excellent. You know, pets are so important to us, and we want them to have this transition because you want your move to be as stress-free as possible. And if your pet is stressed, you're stressed
Absolutely.
too, right? Great information. Dr. Hreiz, how can people reach out to you and your animal hospital if they're looking for a veterinarian?
Yeah, well, so we've been around since the 40s, actually, for a very long time. We see dogs, cats, and exotics, which includes birds, reptiles, and small mammals here.
Wow.
We're open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Friday 8 to 6, and Saturday from 7:30 to 4. Our phone number is 803-366-1950. You can visit us on our website, www.ebenezervets.com.
Thank you so much for this valuable information. Hope you've enjoyed it today. Please reach out to the Ebenezer Animal Hospital if you're looking for a new veterinarian. Thank you so much for watching.
And Petunia says thank you too. Right?